In this video, I'm going to introduce the Monty Hall problem, and hopefully I will be able to make some sense out of it for you. I wanted to start off with a revised quote from Clark and Mayer's e-learning chapter. Regardless of the delivery of media, all learning and understanding requires engagement. Although you have to be physically involved, this problem, or solution rather, refers to the psychological engagement or the cognitive processing of new content in ways that leads to new knowledge, understanding, and skills. The Monty Hall problem stemmed from a televised game show called Let's Make a Deal. Its host, Monty Hall, would introduce a member of the audience to 3 closed doors. One door contained the car of their dreams, and the other remaining 2 held zonks or gag prizes with no value. This wasn't just a simple game of chance, however, and Marilyn Vos Savant exposed its secrets. Firstly, we need to rule out some information or questions that could cause some confusion, especially if you haven't seen the show in action yourself. Listed in the Wikipedia article provided, 3 key behavioral factors by the host are useful and important to note. 1. The host must always open a door that was not picked by the contestant. 2. The host must always open a door to reveal a goat or a zonk, never the car. 3. The host must always offer the chance for the audience member to switch between their originally chosen door and the remaining closed door. In terms of behavior, number 2, the host must always open a door to reveal the goat after the initial selection is made by the member of the audience, never the car. We have to understand that we cannot assume that this means that we've chosen the car in the first place, because interestingly enough, the only way to lose, or one of the ways to lose, is if you choose the door to the car in the first place and decide to take on the switching strategy. As for behavior number 3, this is a sort of psychological ploy. Although the host is helping us by providing us more information, statistically, people tend to think of probability as an evenly distributed thing across however many unknowns are present. They want you to be unsure. They want you to second guess your intuition. As pointed out in the Who's in Control chapter of Clark and Meyer, most of us feel that we have a general sense of what we do and do not know, but our specific calibration accuracy tends to be poor. In another sense, we can make connections to the Clark and Meyer chapter applying the coherence principle, that this opening of another door by the host is part of the arousal theory, that adding this factor of entertainment or interest to the show will allow the audience member to become more emotionally connected to the task at hand. They will have a higher cognitive engagement in the choices that they make. When we see all 3 closed doors together, we assume that we have a 1/3 chance of getting the right door. But when the host opens another door, revealing the goat or zonk, and then asks us if we want to switch our choice, our options have not turned 50-50, but rather our initial guess remains 1/3, and the final closed door actually has a probability of 2/3, because the probability concentrates. Adopting to switching is a thought experiment. We have to ask ourselves if it's better to stick with our intuition, which has been ingrained in us, or is it better to switch to the unknown, which can be mathematically proven, which was brought up interestingly in the Wikipedia article when it stated that people prefer any errors for which they are responsible to have occurred through the omission of taking action, rather than through taking explicit action to change something, like switching doors.